Hello, Orvillians and hillbillies of the galaxy. I am Average Joe, the Average Geek, and here with an Orville video in discussion today. This isn't an Orville review. This is something else. I am in lovely northern North Carolina, my home in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, and it is a gorgeous fall day. So I'm figuring I'd do these videos outside today. Well, the Orville. If y'all have seen my reviews, and I'm sure most of the people on my channel have, they are my most viewed videos on my channel, y'all know that I'm a big fan of the Orville. I am loving this series completely. I really do. Now, I have been, very upfront and forward, saying the show isn't without its faults and its flaws. A few people got triggered on my mid-season report card. But here we are again. We've got 2 episodes left in the season. It has been slated for season 2. And here's what I think season 2 should do. I think it is incredibly important that the Orville now makes strides to move itself away from being a Star Trek clone. I really do feel that way. One of the most common things that you hear when discussing the Orville is that, oh, it's better Star Trek than Star Trek. It's doing what Star Trek Discovery is not doing. Full disclosure, I'm a big Star Trek Discovery fan too. It is important that Orville begins to stand on its own legs, that it differentiates itself from Star Trek in very key ways. The humor is one of them. It needs to continue to be humorous. And the humor needs to be increasingly more natural as it's becoming. Those first few episodes, it was a little rough, but it's coming into its own, and the humor is becoming much more natural in its delivery and much more, much funnier, and much more fun and much funnier in how it's being delivered in the show. And it feels like a natural part of conversation now amongst these crew, especially as they go along and the chemistry amongst the actors gets better and better and better. It needs to continue to do that. Absolutely. I think one of the biggest things the show can do to kind of differentiate itself from Star Trek is to stop having cameos from Trek stars. I kind of feel that has to happen. It was kind of cool, in the beginning, hey, it's funny, but it's got to stop. Or else the show's never going to live up to its full potential. It will always exist in the shadow of Star Trek. And I firmly believe that this is a complete and total disservice to the show. The show's hilarious. The show's a lot of fun. The show has a great voice and a great opportunity to do amazing science fiction and to really plant its foot in the science fiction world as a wonderful show. And sit up there with the likes of Trek and Battlestar and Babylon 5 and Firefly and all the great, shows of his genre in the past. But each one of those shows didn't feel like a clone or copy of the previous one. They had their own voice, their own unique vision, and tried to tell its own stories. I feel, and many people are going to disagree with me, and I'm sure I'm going to get some down, thumbs down, some downvotes on this episode. On this video, I should say. But I think it's important. I want the Orville to exist far into the future. And I think the Orville has the potential to be amazing science fiction. And really, really dig into some new things. But I think it has to step out of the shadow of Star Trek. It has to begin standing on its own. Do I know how it would do this? I'm not the writers. I'm not the directors. I'm not Seth MacFarlane. I just want it to... I don't ever want it to be hamstrung by the idea of it being a Star Trek parody. Because that is the primary descriptor used for the show, is that, oh, it's a Star Trek parody. It's Star Trek, but funny. It's kind of like Galaxy Quest, as opposed to it being, oh, the Orville? The Orville is an amazing science fiction show. It's funny, too, and it's got a great cast, and it tells really fun stories. There's an important distinction there. There's a difference in connotations. That's how I feel. I'm loving the show. and I don't want it to be hamstrung or stymied or held back and put into handcuffs and not be allowed to flourish and be everything the show could be because of the label of Star Trek parody. It's not fair to the crew, it's not fair to the show, and it's not fair to us Orvillians and hillbillies of the galaxy. Yeah, just a little quick video on my thoughts there. Hopefully we can get a little discussion going. By all means, please let me know what you think down in the comments below. I really do enjoy your comments on these videos. I really do appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up, share it around. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's have a conversation. Yeah, that's what we do here. Thank you all very much for watching. I am Average Joe the Average Geek, and I will see y'all again very, very soon with our next episode of Orville Review here on the Average Joe the Average Geek channel. Peace.